presentation today is wellness at work, in our lives, in our companies. This is my business to business model that I am promoting to you guys today as business owners. So what we're going to talk about today is how it's going to help you guys and your businesses, and how it's going to help the employees within these businesses, and it'll all come together to one big wellness party. Next.
How about that?
About the company. Officially, Carilli Coaching Consulting was founded in early 2023 when I recognized throughout the various industries I've been in, recognized the common need for a more directed focus on health and wellness. I noticed that from New York City to all the way out to California, the common factor in all these industries I had been in was everyone was neglecting their health and wellness in pursuit of the dollar bill.
So true.
You know, the next paycheck, you know, neglecting their family or their mental health. We're putting all this very important stuff, as I described here, your God-given gift of your health and wellness is being put to the side in exchange for money. So I managed to escape this cycle, which I call the rat race very frequently, but a lot of people are still trapped in this mindset, and it is a mindset that's embedded in us from an early age. It's socialization. This is what we learn to do. This is how we need to live, and I am passionate about teaching people a new way to live, a different way to live, because it does exist, and a lot of people have taken that step. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how it can help your business and employees within it. My company vision is to contribute to a world in which businesses actually care about their employees and not just say that they care. So I've worked for a lot of companies that, oh, we care about our employees, and I'm sure everyone has. But now, as a business owner, speaking to business owners, I really only want to work with companies that actually care about their employees. So how do we do that? I'll get into that. My company mission is to empower these businesses with the knowledge through these seminars that I'm doing of simple but yet effective strategies for health and wellness and fitness, nutrition, mental well-being, overall job satisfaction, and just to create a positive environment at the workplace. Let me get this water real quick. Too much coffee today. All right, next up.
Didn't do it.
So, 4 benefits for business owners. You guys. First one is improved health. When I come in, I'm going to give a seminar that's going to talk about a whole range of different things. Maybe it takes an hour and a half, 2 hours, but I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch of different things. The first thing is going to be improved health for your employees, and the goal is to not just train the employee on some of these strategies, again, that is simple and effective, but also for them to gain this knowledge. Maybe we do some worksheets, or I engage with them, but I want them to, the goal is to bring it back to their home and share this information, live this way, and pass this on to their wife, their husband, their children. And that way it's not just one person being affected, it's the entire family. So another thing is reduced costs. This is a benefit for business owners. So on the front side, it's okay, it might cost $1,500 for me to come in, or $5,000 if it's a larger company. It sounds like, oh, it's a lot of money, but the long-term cost of not doing this, of not educating your employees on some basic stuff that they should know but probably don't, or they're just ignoring, I'll just bring it to the surface, make them aware of some of these things, and that'll reduce your costs. On the backside is it might even lower your health insurance, but it's also these things that they'll be implementing, hopefully, in their lives are gonna have them calling out of work less. You know, if they're instilling this in their own family, it's going to have their kids home from school less, which means they don't have to call out of work to stay with their kid for the day. So what I really want is that full circle being taught to the individual, but passed on throughout the family. Increased productivity. So obviously a healthier person is going to be more productive at their job, which is good for business owners because more productivity means more revenue. A better work environment. I have here, one bad apple can spoil a bunch. So I've been in situations like this before where one person, they're not happy for whatever reason, they're not getting paid enough, or their home life sucks, excuse my language, but they're bringing that attitude to work and it's affecting the people around them, you know, and a lot of people aren't willing enough to say, hey, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to talk about that. Like, I'm happy with my job, my life, right? So that cancer slowly starts to spread, and I'm promoting an environment that is going to shut that down. Like accountability between employees, like, hey, don't be afraid to say, hey, I don't want to gossip about my coworker. Like, I don't want to do that. So that's what we're promoting, like holding other people accountable as coworkers. 4 more benefits for business owners. I could have put 8, but it's 4 more. So improved quality of work. So not only increased productivity, it's along the same lines. One of the things I promote is the slight edge, which could be something as simple as you're on the way to the bathroom and there's a piece of garbage on the floor. Is it your job to pick up that garbage? No. You're not getting paid to do that. You're not the janitor. But what harm is it going to be if you have to bend down, pick a piece of trash up and throw it away? So as a business owner, you want these employees that are willing to take that slight edge, that little extra step to make a small difference. Or Friday afternoon. Everyone knows at 2 o'clock the day is done, whether you're getting off at 5 or not. Not too many people are doing anything after 2 p.m. We want to promote these employees and give these strategies so that at 2 o'clock comes around, that's 3 more hours on a Friday afternoon. It doesn't matter what day it is. Make that extra sales call. You know, fill out that one more contract. When you can just kick your feet up on the desk, we're promoting a different way for employees to live, for everyone to live, where not just more productivity, more revenue for your business, you as an employee, you'll feel better about yourself as a person, that knowing that you're the type of person that takes that extra step, goes that extra mile. Employee relations, cultivating an atmosphere of camaraderie, you know, between everyone on a job site, for instance, or in an office atmosphere. You want to, like me and I, we want to build the trust within the office so that everyone is succeeding together and not just competing against each other. Increased employee retention. This is a big one because as an employee for many years that worked for a lot of different companies, in the end, when people are looking for a job, $1, $2 an hour, is not going to make that much of a difference of choosing one job or another, right? Any person who has a good skill set, the employees that you really want, they want to work for a company that they know cares about them, not is just trying to get them to make them more money. So employee retention, meaning you're gonna have me come in and speak where I truly care to teach these people something about how they can better their life and their family lives. How do you think your employees are gonna feel? They know I'm gonna remind them that it costs a few $1,000s for me to come in and speak to them. So they know that on the front side, you're not benefiting from that. So that gives the employee a feeling of, wow, you know, maybe they really do care about me more than me just coming in, busting my butt and making them money. Enhance company reputation. One, when you're taking better care of yourself, you're more presentable. It's a fact. I didn't make the rules, but people are going to judge you and your employees based on how you look. So when we have a bunch of employees that look like they're taking better care of themselves, take the time to, you know, groom themselves or not wear clothes that have holes in them. Like these things on the front side, they matter. Also, other companies are going to see the atmosphere you created, the attitude of your employees, and these things are going to attract better employees to work for your company, but also other companies that you would collaborate with to be attracted to the atmosphere that you've created. That's what we're trying to instill at your company. How I help your employees. This is what the presentation would be geared to. They probably wouldn't see the part where I'm, helping you guys out because it wouldn't matter to them. Financial wellness. No, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do know a little bit about saving techniques, things that I've used in my own life, from having no money, being broke, having no investments, to managing debt and having investments and basic finances. Like, if you are financially sound, right now you think that, everyone knows this, but the reality is a lot of people don't, especially if they're living check to check. So we're gonna come in, I am looking for a collaboration with financial advisors, where I bring them in, or I do this presentation, and then, hey, here's a reference if you wanna know more about how you can protect your family's wealth, or how you can start saving for your child's college. So that's what I'll be doing with that. Time management. One of the things that I'm still figuring out is the power of time management. So it could be something as like time blocking to become more productive, not multitasking, despite what many people think. We need to be focused on what we're doing. So this is one of the things I would teach employees of, hey, don't try to do 5 things at once. Let's just focus on the task and then go to the next one. Personal development, a whole bunch of skills on a personal level, like self-awareness, how they can set goals and actually follow through with them, thinking critically, and solving problems so that they foster their own personal growth. Communication skills. Very important that your employees are able to represent your company effectively. They need to be able to speak. They need to be able to know how to communicate effectively with spouses, and a lot of people aren't, or their children. How do you communicate with your child when you don't really have a lot in common with them? Like, these are some of the things that we'll discuss, and including often not mentioned is nonverbal communication, which is a huge part of communication. Just your body language, your posture, the way you stand, your facial your facial expressions. Like, this is ways of communicating without speaking words. Better physical health. I'm going to teach them simplified ways of getting healthier. Fitness, basic fitness plans that anyone can follow, and nutritional guideline where anyone could follow these things. And I'm certified personal trainer. I am a certified nutritionist, and I've developed these techniques. It's like, it doesn't have to be an upending of your life where you completely change anything. There's simple ways to do this, and I'll teach that to your employees within an hour. Relationship building, providing guidance on building and maintaining healthy personal and professional relationships, which is something I just touched on. Career development, to offer support for career planning, skill development, networking, and work-life integration. This would also be along the lines of, career, like all these things that you can do to level up. So let's call it continued education, like CEUs, like continuous education. Just because you have this job, we want to look into, okay, I have this basic job. How do I get the promotion to the next level? Or, you know what, if I have to leave this company, sorry, as business owners, you don't want to hear this, but the goal is for the employees to better their lives. So if the opportunity is not there for this person who has a higher skill set than the job that they're currently doing, then maybe it's time for them to have to move on. And as a business owner that truly cares about the employees, maybe you shouldn't be against that. Work efficiency. We're gonna be teaching productivity techniques, like I mentioned, like time blocks and things like this that can help employees become more efficient. So they're not necessarily working harder, although we do want them to work hard, but they're working smarter. So they're thinking before they take action on things. Creativity and innovation, we want to encourage creative thought. So there might be a certain way that the company has done things for a period of time. We don't want to say, hey, you have to do this exactly like this, or it's in a way, depending especially on what job type it is, we want to be encouraging creativity. Like, maybe there is a better way that you haven't thought of, or your company hasn't had in place. We don't want to shut that creative side down in an employee. Stress management. a whole bunch of techniques. Well, obviously fitness, and depending on what you eat and how much caffeine, which I've had too much today, is gonna play a role on your stress level. But it could be things as simple as just taking a second to breathe. You know, when you feel overwhelmed as entrepreneurs, as business owners, it's very easy to feel that overwhelming feeling. Take a second. If you miss your plane or anything, just realize that the world is not over, okay? Very few things matter on that level where you should be stressed out about it. We're gonna teach the power of positivity. This is crucial. Like, a positive attitude, it's the way you look at things. So I've had jobs and I've had this bad attitude where I didn't want to be there, where the same task was at hand, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. I don't want to do this. You know, this job sucks, or my pay sucks, or my coworkers suck. Like, that is such a negative attitude to have. Now, all you have to do is like, oh, I have to go into work. Well, you don't have to. You could quit. You know, no one's holding the gun to your head saying you have to work. Maybe, but not in America. So you need to switch that mentality to, I get to. I'm healthy enough to get the opportunity to come in and provide for my family through this work. I get to work for this company that actually cares about me. You know, I get to work with these coworkers who we have a good time, we joke around. So it's a simple mindset switch of, I have to do this too. Hey, I get to. I'm alive, I get to do this. I have this opportunity. Last thing is a digital detox. I probably need this myself. As business owners, entrepreneurs in 2024, if you want your business to be successful, the odds are you're gonna spend some time on a computer and promoting it on social media. And I know, like, you hang out, we all want to watch some TV, we all want to watch Netflix here and there. It's consuming us, though. So we need to be conscious of, hey, how much time am I actually spending on this? And maybe we want to live a little bit more in the present. Put the phone down and enjoy time with your family, or enjoy time in nature. Stuff like that. We're going to encourage that.
Or painting.
Yes, or painting. Okay, additional resources. I have a wide range of additional resources of anything from support groups, all kinds of things that you would need. And again, I am looking to collaborate with other individuals who are professionals in a specific field. I have a general knowledge of everything I'm going to talk about and some specific knowledge on some of these things like health and wellness, but I am looking to collaborate. So when I give these seminars, I can say, hey, you know, I know a little bit about finance, but, you know, my friend Chuck or my friend Nadia, they can teach you more. Here's their contact information. You know, here's their brochure to connect with them, right? So I am the introduction to these employees, teaching them these things that are important. But if you want specific things, here's my connections in every field. If you're drinking too much, you know, if you're gambling, whatnot, if you need access to support groups, I'm gonna have a whole slew of resources that say, hey, no one needs to know, here's a list of local meetings you could go to, or people you could connect with that have dealt with the same thing. So this is how you contact me. Most of you already know I have business cards for anyone who doesn't. Right now, I am running a BNI special where I'm offering me to come in and do one of these seminars to your employees for a super low price of $5.95 right now. And really that's the cost of two employees at a full price. So it's a 60% discount off a normal 5 employee or less rate. So obviously the more employees there are, the more it's gonna go up. But for less than $600, I'll come in and do this seminar to up to 5. And honestly, for BNI, maybe we could push it a little more than 5. But this is what I'm trying to do, and I hope that with only a couple hours of preparation that the presentation was well. I'm open for any questions.